Hi Virgo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 1st to the 15th, 2020 reading for you. Now we've just cleared the energy here and also raised our energy vibration. So let's dive into this reading. And if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. So we're going to start with your chakra cards. Okay, this is going to be a very in-depth reading, which is all free, which is really nice. And let's see here. Virgo, July 1st to the 15th, 2020. Virgo, July 1st to the 15th, 2020. Virgo, July 1st to the 15th, 2020. Virgo. Show me clearly. Okay, so we have this card right here that came out. Oh, goodness. Let's see which card. This one right here. Okay. Those two are the one that Spirit want us to use. Oh, I love this. So you have the heart chakra and you have the crown chakra with the I am presence. So you have love and the I am presence. So it's embracing your heart's love. It's embracing your heart chakra. It's embracing your love, your joy, your desire, your prosperity. And then we have the I am presence. What are you? During this time, what do you tell yourself late at night? I am prosperity. I am bounty. I am beauty. I am enough. I am enough to conquer what this world throws at me. I am strong. I am powerful. I am successful. Or I'm sad. I'm overwhelmed. I can't do this. I'm worthless. I'm never going to be what I want to be. What is your I am presence? Because your I am presence is going to be spreading through your crown chakra, okay, with power and with force. It's either going to be with dignity and respect and absolute prosperity, or with defeat, despair, and heartbreak. And here it is a choice that you get to make. It might not be a choice that you want to make, but it is a choice that you get to make during this time. And then we have the heart chakra coming into play. What do you love? What do you desire? What do you want? What makes you light up when you see it, when you feel it, when you move forward in it? And your heart chakra is your beauty, your grace, your prosperity, your success. It's what you love. And now for the tarot. Virgo, July 1st to the 15th, 2020. 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 Virgo. Show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, guide this message. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, guide this message, guide this message. Show Virgo clearly what they need to know. So we're going to start with these. First three. Angels and spirit guides, speak clearly to Virgo. Guide them clearly, guide them clearly. 5, guide Virgo. This one, right here. I love it when they just stick to your hand like that. Guide Virgo, guide Virgo. Show Virgo clearly. And this one right here. So I will pull the rest once I have pulled these over. So this is going to be your private self. This is going to be your heart's desire, your heart. And this is going to be your public self, how people see you, what is perceived. Okay. So we have the Ace of Cups to start with which is absolutely beautiful. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So you are definitely taking this gift. Virgo, you have a strong water sign presence, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer within this reading so far. Then you have the 4 of Swords. Oh, goodness. The 8 of Cups. And the 7 of Wands. A very clear ending is here. Yeah. 9 of Wands. Knight of Cups, again, very strong water sign presence, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Page of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Young energy can be a student, can be a child, all right? Can also be somebody who's very immature coming in, but this is also you being a student of what you desire, you're learning. You have this proclivity to learn, to take in. You're going to be like a sponge, especially when it comes to your career. Knight of Wands, yeah. And you move forward. Judgment, a resurrection. And the Empress, oh, that's gorgeous. The Empress, finding a throne that once was lost to you. You're very guided by your heart during this time. For you, Virgo, that's not going to be odd. It is going to be something that you find very hard to ignore, but you're also going to want to kind of logic it out. You're going to sit there and be like, well, you know, what is the reasoning behind this? What is the logic behind this? What do I need to know? Kind of diving deeper into things. And it's like, no, don't try to work it all out with like the nitty, the gritty, what's being planted, what's really super practical. This is talking about what your heart needs, what your heart desires. And this is going to be a time where you're really kind of ruled by your emotions. And it's not going to be a bad thing. You're going to think, oh my gosh, you know, this is going to be bad. I'm going to be I'm going to be overwhelmed. You know, my heart wants this. My mind wants this. No, your heart is going to be very much in alignment with your mind. You're just going to try and reason things too much. So we start off here with your intuitive self, you know, with your personal self, with the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is passion and beauty, and it's a cleansing, it's things being washed clean, it's looking at what you love, what you desire, what you need, and it's really opening up your heart, your soul, yourself, and saying, this is who I am. And this is a time you're going to find you're very sensitive, and it's not a bad thing. It's just something to be mindful of. So when you see somebody kind of giving a dirty look, it could be that they're trying to work something out in their mind, and they're going to be like, oh, well, that's a weird thought, and how does that fit together? Your first reaction, however, is going to be, oh, what did I do wrong? Oh, they're mad at me, you know? And so here, or, oh, you know, I'm always being picked on type of thing. That's going to come up, and that's because you have the Ace of Cups, washing away the negativity, moving you towards what you desire, but it brings up a heightened sensitivity, so you want to be forewarned about this as you move forward, because if you can kind of step back and say, well, you know what, I'm going to take that face that they made, not as, oh, wow, it's me, but maybe they started a new workout routine, you know, maybe they're exhausted, you know, maybe they got into a fight with their significant other, you know, a whole medley of things before it becomes my fault. And that's going to be the best way that you could do it. You'll know if it's your fault, you will. You'll have more signs come your way, or you might just ask, you know, is there something that I've done that made you upset, that made you look at this differently? And, you know, that's going to be a really powerful thing for you to just kind of, you know, nip it in the bud. Go and say, you know what, face it now or face it later. I'd rather face it now. So here with the Ace of Cups, you're also getting this gift of spiritual awakening, of what you passionately want moving forward, and people will see that you're taking and you're drinking of this cup, and personally your heart is going to really be benefited by it. And then we have the Four of Swords. So you have the Ace of Cups coming in, what you love coming in. The Four of Swords is taking time. So here you have the cleansing, you have this healing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you might even find, because I find that right now I'm being a bit klutzy. I've hit the camera a couple of times. I've, you know, my armrest has fell on the floor. Things have happened. So just be mindful of that. You might find that, wow, you know, there's so much going on that you wind up being a little bit clumsy, because I find that very much, like if I do something over and over again during a reading, it goes away once I tell you guys about it. If I sit there and like, oh my gosh, it's just such a klutz, and I don't say anything to you guys, I would be a klutz through the whole entire reading. So sitting there, just saying it is going to be very important. So there's something here where you might feel a little bit klutzy. You need to rest. Okay, that's going to be it. It's kind of like you've pushed yourself too far. You've spread yourself too thin. You need to rest. You need to relax. You need to take things in, and then you can move forward. You are going to be looking at things very logically, very personally, and it's going to be like, what do I desire? What do I want? What do I need? And that's going to be a very powerful truth for you here. And as you are moving forward, you are going to find that you need to look at everything that you've been through. Virgo, you're going to have two reactions, okay? There are two types of people, right? I've been through a lot, woe is me, and, just keep pushing forward, just keep going. There have been worse, and you keep on comparing it to the worst things you can possibly think at. It's like, oh, well, I haven't lived through that, so it's okay. So here, you're going to want to find that happy medium. It's not the woe is me, damsel in distress type of thing, tied to the train tracks kind of old movie motif going on. It's the, okay, this has happened. What do I need to look at? Why do I need to respect myself? Why do I need to step back? What do I need to give myself credit for? And the just soldiering through it mentality is also going to be bad, because it's like, no, look at what you've been through. Give yourself the respect that you deserve. Personally, you're going to be coming to this balance with this cleansing energy that's coming in, with the heart leading you forward, and with this sense of peace, desire, and love guiding you. Then you have the Nine of Wands. Okay, you're prosperous. You've won the war. But it's been a lot. And you know that. You know that here with the Four of Swords. Because remember, the Four of Swords signifies in ancient medieval times, all right, a person would come back from battle. And what they would do, and what you can kind of see here, it kind of looks like I think it's an edifice. I'm getting that word wrong, but it looks like a carving, a motif for a person who has passed. And so here, what you're looking at is you're being shown a person laying down, taking in what they have been through after they have come back from a war, from a battle. Because that's what you would do in ancient medieval times. You would have your coffin made before you went out. You'd have your coffin made probably years and years upon years in advance, decades maybe even. And after you came back from a battle, those who were really devout, they would lay in their coffins and they would contemplate all the ways they shouldn't have come back from battle. All the ways, things should have just been an absolute mess. And they give thanks. And that's what you're doing here. Homage to the universe. Homage to your soul and to yourself. Because you're tired. You're also tired of listening to everybody else and sitting there and not listening to yourself. You're tired of the battles that you have fought. You're tired of everybody having an idea and thinking that it's better than your own. You're tired. You've persevered. And now what? Also, you can find it a bit hard, Virgo, and I know it sounds funny, to sit there and say you can find it a bit hard that once you finish fighting the battles, it's like, what do I do? It's kind of like that myth of, what is it? Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great, they said in one of the myths, it's like he conquered the known world and then he laid down and died because he didn't have anything else to do. And it's kind of like, what else? What else can I do? What else needs to be done? Where can I fight? What can I stand for? And here, it's like it's time to stand for your truth. It's time to lay down the battles. It's time to look at your passion, your integrity, your beauty, your, beliefs, and say, this is what I stand for. This is who I am. This is what I desire. And again, everybody's going to have something coming at you, right? It's time to put up a Texas fence. If you don't know what a Texas fence is, it's a huge, huge fence that keeps you and your neighbor separate. Okay, good fences make good neighbors. And that's what I'm seeing here. It's time to have that sense of, I'll mind my business, you mind yours. And so look at these wands as trees. Trees, what? They purify the air that's coming to you. They're purifying what you are taking in. And as they purify, you have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, this is your intuitive self, this is your passion, this is what you desire. Fire sign energy, also Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This can be somebody in your life who very much, is very ambitious, very much wants you to move forward. If this is a person, okay, outside of yourself, that is coming in, it's like, oh, do this, do that, do this, do that. You are going to have to ask them to step back just a little bit, because they're going to be a little bit too intense, especially with everything that you're going through right now personally. Everything that you're going through, you're not going to need somebody to sit there and be like, oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You're going to need them to just calm down a little bit and help focus you to be able to move forward to where it is that you want to be, to what it is that you desire. So as you have this come in, and as you're embracing the Knight of Wands, now you have the Knight of Cups here also, so that's a repeat of the Knights. This is you being very dedicated as you're moving forward. This is you very much moving towards a change, going after what you desire. You have the repeat of the number 8 here. So it is being highly, highly, highly driven, very serious. 8 is also a lucky number. So there's luck behind you. And you're going to think, if I just push a bit more, if I just go a bit further, I'll be able to get there. And you're going to not realize how important being kind to yourself is, how important giving yourself a break is, how important it is, like if you fall asleep at your desk while you're supposed to be doing something. You've just pushed yourself that hard, that you're that tired, that you don't sit there and be like, oh my gosh, what an idiot I was. I can't believe I did this. You could be like, whoa, man, maybe I calm it down a little bit. That's going to be really important for you. Because here you're moving towards your passion. You're moving towards what makes life worthwhile. The wands are what we live for, the passion that we desire. And so you're moving towards those goals. You're moving towards that purpose. And as you're doing this, okay, you also have to give yourself respect. It's not coddling. Okay, that's very different. Those people who coddle, who say, oh, I did this. I did like 2 things today. It's enough. Sometimes, yes, 2 things is enough because you pushed yourself so hard. But it's looking at things and it's saying, healing, coming to terms with things, understanding things, and then being like, okay, I see it. I see the power, the beauty, and the purpose that I've been embracing. And as you see this, your heart shows your dedication. The 8 of Pentacles is hard work, and it's seeing your hard work pay off. It's seeing what you are dedicated to. It's knowing what you desire. It's looking at what you want. And as you see this, you have the 8 of Cups coming in. So with the blessings that come with the Ace of Cups, you work harder. You're more dedicated. You have this renewed focus. As you rest with with the 4 of Swords, okay, it leads you to the 8 of Cups. It's like, I need to move away from what no longer fits me. I can't make it fit. So it's kind of like the original story of Cinderella. We all know the Disney version where they try to shove their foot in and it doesn't fit and the shoe pops off and it's very comical. But the original Cinderella was much darker, much more intense. So the first stepsister cut off the front of her foot. The second stepsister cut off the heel. And they only knew when the shoe pooled with blood. And here it's like, I do not want to pool with that blood anymore. I do not want to give that sorrow, that pain, that disappointment, to try and be something I'm not. I thought I would want this. I thought I needed this. I thought even this was me, but it's not. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the passion and the purpose that I have. I'm okay with saying the shoe doesn't fit. It isn't right. You've worked so hard. And here it can even be, you've worked so hard to make a relationship work. You've worked so hard to have recognition within your job. You've worked so hard to have a project go through, to have things fall into alignment, and they're not. And the thing is, okay, there's this story there's a book called The Power of Ted. It's where we get our TED Talks from. And The Power of Ted, it's a short little book. It's really quite beautiful. I recommend everybody reads it. And in there is a little story. And I forget the main guy's name. Let's call him Steve. Why not? And he's talking to this girl, Sophia. And I remember that one. And she says to him, you can be anything you want to be. And he stops and he laughs. And he looks at her. And he's middle-aged, he's like 5'8". And he says to her, I want to be a 7-foot-tall basketball player, professional basketball player. And she stops and she looks at him. And she says, I see what you did there. And he's like, how? I'm never going to be there. I'm past the age where they'd recruit me. I'm not tall enough. And she looked at him and she said, what if you started teaching basketball? Like at your local youth center or wherever it is that you wanted to. And one day, maybe 15 years from now, you're sitting in the stands at a basketball game. And a 7-foot-tall professional basketball player is playing and has invited you. Because you're the reason why he's there. You taught him when he was young. And so a bit of you lives within him. Okay? Inspires him, is that spark within him. Think of us like stardust. Okay? Stardust is a bit hard to imagine. Think of us like glitter. Okay? Glitter is wonderful, it's fun, it's also a pain in the tush to get out of anything. And so even when it's wrong, a part of us is left behind, and it sparkles. It sparkles. It tells the story that I was here. I tried this. I loved this. I failed at this. I hurt because of this. I grew because of it. I gave my all. I found out that my all was not good enough in this arena or that arena. And instead of beating myself up, instead of saying I will spend my life making myself good at this, I said I love myself too much. It's time to look at things differently. It's time to embrace things more powerfully. It's time to walk forward. And so you leave what once you thought was the answer. It didn't wind up being. But you learned a hell of a lot. You learned so much more about yourself than you had ever known before. This is not a mistake. A relationship failed. A move gone wrong. A, job that didn't work out well. Myriad of things, studies that you thought, wow, this is my path. And it's like, oh no, it's not. Sometimes we have to learn what we don't want to be able to know what we do. And the problem that we have with ourselves is that we harp on it. We obsess over it. We sit there and we say, but this is what I didn't want. And you look at what you didn't want. It's like, why? And this is looking at your heart, and it beats down your heart. And your heart here wants to be strong, wants to be passionate, wants to be beautiful. And so enough is enough. It's time not to beat down yourself, but to move forward in love. You have a strong water sign presence here. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This could be within your chart. Okay, this could be somebody that you know, an inspiration, a book that you read. You might never even know that this person is a water sign or that they have a lot of water sign in their chart. But you're drawn to them. You're drawn to their work. You're inspired by them. But you're also finding that you are moving forward, yes, in passion of your passion for this earthly plane, your intuition, what lights your fire, but also for what you love, what makes you in love with your life, what guides you, what talks to you, what is a part of you. And as you have these two things come together, your heart and your instinct, your passion and your desire, okay, as you defend it, as you walk forward with it, you find yourself resurrected. You find your angels right there with you. And in your heart, you know you're never alone. And you might think, oh my gosh, Dane, what good are my angels? Here's the thing. Your angels are astoundingly important. Sometimes they talk to you in ways that you would never have imagined. One time, and I know this sounds so silly, but I was very young, and I was at a Dunkin' Donuts. I think it was in a supermarket, okay? And I was getting a hot chocolate and a donut or something like that, and I was with my mother, and I was so happy. And this lady, she was an older lady. She had hair as white as snow and eyes as blue as can be. And she looked at me, and she said, "You are a brilliant young woman, and never let anybody tell you otherwise." I think I was like 10, maybe. And I can still remember her face. And you cannot tell me to this day that she was not an angel on earth. Because that's how I saw her. You might have encounters like this at a Dunkin' Donuts, at, wherever. And it's going to stay with you. There's something here where your angels let themselves known. And as they let themselves known, you see into your heart more. You see into your passionate self more. You see into your truth, and you find yourself rising up. This is your resurrection card. Your kind of like day of reckoning. It's like, man, it's like being called out, but also being cared for at the same time. It's like, okay, look at where you've lost your temper. Look at where, things haven't gone the way that you wanted them to. And it's okay, because I'm here with you. And I'm rising you out of despair and hardship and pain and disappointment. In the Gnostic text, there is one version, and I forget what book it is. But Jesus goes down to hell. And he looks up to all the people in heaven, and he says, "Do we forgive them? And everybody in heaven says yes. And so all those stuck in hell, in despair, in hardship, in pain, in disappointment, rise up and get to become part of heaven. Now, that was not made a part of the Bible that we read today, because, who wants to hear that you could be a mass murderer and be forgiven, and rise up into heaven? There had to have been a them and an us club, right? Here you're going to find you rise. Here you're going to find that you want those around you to rise. And there's going to be the sense of love, and of passionate love, passionate determination. It helps you reclaim your throne. People see you as reclaiming your power because you have the Queen of Cups right here. In your heart, you are defending what you love. On this earthly world, the way people perceive you is guided by your heart. And you are, profoundly during this time, with the Ace of Cups, you are guided. Your intuitive, instinctual, private self is guided by the Ace of Cups. Love, peace, compassion, understanding, purpose. And as you are guided by your heart, you embrace this queenly benevolence. Now, yes, you have strong king energy, but you have a queen, the Queen of Cups, and you have the Empress. So you also have a strong queen energy. A queen energy is more behind the scenes, okay? I would say a queen is more a director than an actor. Actors are I see them as the kings, all right? But this is also a gentler approach, a calmer approach, a more peaceful approach. So think of it as, so it's kind of like Queen Elizabeth I. She inherited a throne, and it was a very bloody throne. Her father put people to death. Her brother put people to death. And her sister put people to death, all because of religion. Now, be it Queen Elizabeth I, no saint. I think she was responsible for the most deaths out of anybody who ruled, but she was, she ruled the longest during a very bloody time, so maybe that had something to do with it. But she said, it stops. And it stops here. Don't tell, we won't ask, let's move forward. And the bloodshed stopped. It's that type of practicality that you're bringing to the situation. It's that type of, no, we're not fighting over the petty little things. We are being stronger than that. We are being more nurturing than that. We are being more caring than that. And you might see dichotomies. Yes, there were queens who were absolutely terrifying, and I wouldn't have messed with Queen Elizabeth I, at all. But there is a strength to you that comes more out of compassion than it does through an iron fist. And that's what I see with the queens. Embracing the beauty of the heart, of the soul of you. Cleansing, compassion, creativity, inspiration, power, truth. And it's as you take in what you love, as you take in this gift, that you work hard, you dedicate yourself, right? And then you start to see it. You start to see it pay off. You can also be very drawn to water sign energies. It doesn't have to be a water sign energy. It can just be somebody with a magnificent heart, with tremendous passion, with absolute beauty to them. Somebody who's highly creative. It can just be a spark of them, like a bit of their glitter comes onto you. Their passion, their beauty, their truth. And then we have here the Seven of Wands. You need to know what battles to pick and what to walk away from. There's a part of you that's going to want to fight them all. It's going to be like, this is what I stand for. I'm not going to let anybody kind of get the better of me or take over, anything like that. It's like, oh, stop. Stop it. You'll be exhausted. You'll be exhausted. Stand your ground. Don't be a doormat. But know what to fight and know what to let go. Because you are embracing something that's brilliant. Something that's beautiful. And something that's powerfully you. And you're standing that ground towards that truth. But with the Queen, with the Queen of Cups guiding you, love conquers more than force does. And that's going to be a powerful lesson at this time. Now, with love, we think, oh, okay, relating this to Christianity, that's what I grew up with, so it's the one most readily available to my mind. All right? Love thy neighbor as thyself. I believe very much that just as in Greek, that love has many different meanings. We have, we have agape love, which is the love of Christ. We have philia love, which is the love of families. We have erotic love, erotic love, which is the sexual love. And I believe there is another one, but I'm not sure. And so here we have that love. And so in Greek, if there were so many different meanings to love, why do not we think that Jesus had more meanings when he said, love thy neighbor as thyself? So when we go around with that golden rule, why cannot it be respect? Respect your neighbor as if they were yourself. Respect that person as if you were to face the same rules, the same treatment. It doesn't have to be love. Love is intense. Love is a lot. And a lot of people can't move to that point of love. If you can, that's awesome. But a lot can't. Look at it as respect. And so if you move forward during this time period, with respect as your core and as your center, my gosh. Successful? Yes. Powerful? Absolutely. Determined to succeed? People will see it. Also, people will see it within you and they will respect that. There are going to be those people who take advantage, who sit there and say, oh my gosh, that person's weak. I can totally, come in and step in to and take over kind of thing. But they're going to see here, you're a student of your power. You fought the battle. Now you're letting your heart guide. And you are taking in the passion, the understanding, the beauty. Now, this here, this is a person to trust. Okay, the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Okay, I see this as a very trustworthy person that you move forward with. The Page of Wands. This can be a very immature person. Okay, that you stand your ground against. Okay, you can wind up being a mentor to this person, yes. But do realize they're out for themselves. They're out for them, and they're not going to be out for you. Okay, they're going to be out for their success, their prosperity, their bounty, and that's all that matters. This can also be a very young fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This can be somebody who you are nurturing, you are caring for, who you love and adore. But this is also a dream that you're nurturing and you're caring for, that you love and adore, because it is a part of you. And you're studying, you're learning. This is a time where you're like a sponge. Okay, you're taking things in. And you're going to sit there sometimes and be like, I don't know how I know this. But it's just a part of my mind. It's a part of myself. You take it in. It becomes a part of you. Okay, your passion, your creativity, your reasoning. And this is why you're not going to want to spend your time fighting. It's going to be very easy to sit there and say, okay, life is a battlefield, stand my ground, know my truth, nobody can keep me from my course type of thing. But if you step back and you say, I'm looking, I'm observing, I'm seeing, I'm understanding, you're going to take more in. Because this is a time of you being pregnant with possibilities, of profound creativity coming around you. You have here, I see this as angel trumpets cascading around you. And it's like the angels are trumpeting to you. They literally are trumpeting to you for what you are creating. Okay? If you want to start a family, fantastic time. Okay? Just putting that out there. If you want to start a creative endeavor, if there's something you've been toying about starting, going after, making, this is a fantastic time. But this is also a time where you're going to have to face demons. You're going to have to walk away from something and be like, it's not my truth. It's not my time. It's not my place. It's not. Because you're reclaiming your throne. Now, this always makes me think of the thunder of truth, the perfect mind. Right? And she loses her throne. It's the female form of God. And I forget. It's the Sophia in Christianity. It is, it sounds like Shakira. But it's not Shakira because she's the singer. But it sounds like that. And it's just flown out of my head. And whenever I try to think of it, that's the first thing I go to. I always have to look it up. And here, it's that sacred feminine coming forward. It's that throne that was lost. It's that power that was erased. And it's also the sense that when you need this power the most, at times it feels like it's the farthest away from you. Okay? So it says, when you are closest to me, I'm furthest from you. When you are furthest from me, I'm closest to you. So when you're actually looking for it and you're saying, where are you? Actually, no. She's going to feel far away. But what I'm seeing, what Spirit is showing me, is that she's right there with you. When you feel like you're lost and you're despaired and you're despondent. But when you say to yourself, I'm walking in your shadow, in your grace and in your light, that is when she is the furthest from you. Because she knows you know your path. And so this is going to be a powerful understanding for you that comes in as you move forward in your journey. okay, as your angels are around you. There's something more that you are working towards. There's something more that is guiding you. And you're going to be open to it, yes. But it's also going to be a very interesting thing to kind of pinpoint, right? And I'll try to remember, I always forget, but I'll try to remember to put the perfect mind down here. It's a Gnostic text. Okay, so let's go deeper. Okay, please define July 1st to the 15th for Virgo. Please define spirits and angels. Please define July 1st through the 15th for Virgo. Please define July 1st to the 15th for Virgo. Angels and spirit guides, speak clearly to us. Guide us. All right, that's where they're going to stop. Knight, King of Shells. Okay, so another, you have the Queen of Cups right here. Now you have the King of Cups. Strong, strong, strong energy. The Three of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles. The Two of Swords. The Page of Swords. Okay, swords are a air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Knight, Pentacles, there we go. Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, so that's you, shining through right there. And then, of course, you have water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. The Hanged Man. You see things differently. You're also moving your creative energy forward and around you. Eight of Wands, things move fast. Three of Pentacles. And the Fool, the Traveler. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. So you're looking at things much differently as things are defined deeper, okay? So when it comes to your heart, you are going to be noting heartbreaks, pains, disappointments, despairs, upsets, upheavals. And that's going to be something that you are finding a balance to, okay? That you're finding reason within. But there's something here where, like, you have a scar. You have a scar, Virgo. And as you're looking at it, you can either be defined by the scar your whole entire life, or you can say, you know what? Yes, it scarred me. Yes, it marked me. It left a mark on me. But I will not be held back by it. Because you are, again, embracing harmony and integrity with the King of Cups. What you desire, what you are bringing forth. You are a fighter for it. You are a defender of it. But here it's taking a peaceful route. It's embracing your heart, your soul, yourself. And then we have the Two of Feathers, which is the Two of Swords. Okay, decisions and directions. You are making decisions on the directions of your life. That's why you need to step back. That's why you need to respect everything that you've been through, everything that has forged you. And as you respect this, as you take this in, as you understand it, right? But also as you understand that the two roads that you saw, it was going to be this or that. And it's like, okay, clear, got it. You're going to see a third road start to open. And as that third road opens, it becomes exciting. Because all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, that's what I wanted. That's what I needed. I can't believe it. And it leads you to the Eight of Wands. Energy and results. It leads you to things changing. It's like, now it's the time for change. Now it's the time for action. And as you're looking at your heart, the Three of Feathers is release and recovery. It's time to let go of things. Things that shaped you, things that forged you, things that made you, things that broke your heart in a million pieces, things that brought you to your knees, things that you thought, I can't breathe because the pain is too much. And instead of looking at them like monsters that hide in your closet of your subconscious, it's looking them dead in the eye and saying, I've already overcome you. I understand the power that you had over me once. You don't have it again. I'm strong. I'm powerful. I'm purposeful. I'm me. And it's taking out those demons from the closet. It's taking out the nightmares and looking at it. Not the really, really bad ones all by yourself, okay? If you've gone through something horrific, then help is definitely needed, okay? I would suggest a professional. You can have a close friend, but I would suggest if it's something really bad, you need to kind of, dredge that swamp with somebody who knows what they're doing. But it's time. It's time to look things dead in the eye because they don't have the power over you. They once did. and you are becoming a student. Here, you are in exploration, you're in discovery, you're becoming a student of your mind, your soul, yourself. It's like I'm digging deeper, I'm learning, I'm understanding. And as you do so, you have collaboration and productivity. Okay, you're working with somebody else. It can be with your angels, because your angels came right up with this card. It's like, okay, I'm here. I'm here, I'm with you. You're working with more than just you. This isn't a just you thing. Even if this is just you, you're connecting, you're collaborating with somebody beautiful. Can be your angels, can be your spirit guides, can be friends. It can even be, the subconscious self coming forward. And you seeing why, digging deeper. And then you have your Knight of Crystals, okay, yourself. The Knight of Pentacles. This is endurance and determination. You have endured a lot. And you are determined to move forward in prosperity and success. And the Hanged Man is patience and perception. You're not seeing things the same way everybody else is. Be patient with yourself. Also be patient with the world. It's frustrating. Yes. Yes, believe me, it is. But you are embracing your truth, your power, and you are moving forward in it. You are also moving the creative energy, okay? In alchemy, and then also yoga, they believe that the creative energy is held within the groin, okay? So you can see it here, like, okay, if you're standing upside down, creative energy held in the sacral chakra, right here. You want it to go down to the crown chakra. So you stand on your head. You let it flow through your chakras, through yourself, okay, as you embrace it. And that's what you're doing here with the Hanged Man. You are letting that energy flow through you, become part of you, embrace you in towards enlightenment. That's why in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, there is a halo, okay, and you can see it right here with the grasshopper. Yeah, we'll go with grasshopper. There's a halo right there. Passion, power, understanding, enlightenment. And it begins you because you see things differently, because you are reclaiming a throne that was lost to you once and a voice that was silenced. You now are starting on a new adventure. And you're embracing your new potential. You're the traveler. You're the fool. You're the person who is doing something extraordinary. And people laugh until you succeed, and then they want a part of it. Every hero is a fool before they slay the monster, before they, get the gold, conquer the dream, move forward in their passion. Now, to summarize this whole entire time for you, what are the final messages needed for Virgo? What are the final messages needed for Virgo that Virgo needs to hear? What are the final messages that Virgo needs to hear? Show me clearly, show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. These ones right here. Six of fire. Eight of earth. The Fool once again. And the Two of air came up for an extra bonus insight. Six of fire, Six of wands. Moving forward in celebration, in determination. Don't forget to celebrate you, subconsciously, personally, to sit there and say, well done. Okay, this is going over all of them. You've already seen within your heart the Eight of Pentacles show up. Hard work, dedication, determination. That's your heart purpose during this time. That's where you feel most at home. It's like you can be all work and no play, okay? During this time, you're going to have to be very mindful not to fall into that category. But as you embrace your passion, as you embrace your desire, you're going to work harder towards your goals. And this is saying, work smarter, not harder. Because there's a beauty that you are creating, a symphony of triumph that is around you. And the outside world, they already see you, okay? They see you as different. They see you as determined, okay, as a defender of prosperity. But they also see you as starting a new journey. And some of them just don't get it. It's fine. It's not theirs to get. You're answering the call of your angels. You're moving forward. For some of you Virgos, okay, and I'm going to be really honest, It's going to be like staying in the monotony, staying in what you are supposed to do. It's killing you. Not literally, but it feels like it is. It feels like it's draining the passion, the joy, the purpose out of your life. And I'm not saying to run away from responsibility. I am a huge believer in responsibility. I am saying that it's time to look at what you want. And it's time to take the bull by the horns and go after what you desire. To look at what you want and say, you know what, I'm done dreaming about it because it's not getting me anywhere. I'm going to make those dreams a reality. And it can be a lot of kind of like, checking yourself. A lot of hard work, discipline, and you can see it in your heart. You're ready for it. And it moves you with the Two of Air, the Two of Swords. It moves you down a path you didn't think you had a choice of. And it moves you more towards your truth than ever before. And let's see what your spirit animal message is. Virgo, July 1st to the 15th, 2020, Virgo. July 1st to the 15th, 2020, Virgo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Right there. The cat spirit. Claim your independence. Claim your independence, Virgo. Claim your passion, claim your truth, claim your life. It's time to start living it for you. Not for anybody else's desires. Okay? And be mindful of people who are like, oh, I'm helping you for you, but they're really helping you for them. Okay? They're going to be tricky people out there. Right? It can't be a water sign energy. It's going to be somebody who messes with your heart. Okay? Really, it can be a water sign energy, but it's going to be somebody who's really good at playing on your heartstrings, playing on what you love. So just be mindful of that, because you do have really, really great water sign energy around you, or people who love you and cherish you around you. So just know the difference. And it's going to be a bit difficult to know the difference, but you will come to these conclusions. You will see a person for who they truly are. Okay? And now for your botanical message. Virgo, July 1st to the 15th, 2020, Virgo. Virgo, Virgo. Show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly, guide this message. And show me clearly. All right, this one right here was jumping out at me. Sustain. Okay, then this one, adaptation. And this one right here, adventure. Yeah, that's what you get when you get two Fool cards. You get adventure coming for you. Sustaining what you desire with the chicory. Sustaining your health, your prosperity. Also chicory tea, very good for you. Very good for your digestive system, calming your nerves, focusing yourself. I drink chicory and dandelion root tea every day. So it's really, really good for you. I am quite partial to it. So, it takes a little bit of getting used to. It does. It might not be your favorite right off the bat, but the health benefits are really, really beautiful. And it's going to be able to sustain you towards what you want. It's like it has a lot of nourishment to it. And it's really nourishing yourself, your soul. And then we have adaptation with the blackberry here. And you're adapting your heart. Adaptation. You're having an adaptation of what you want. You're looking at, I'm just seeing here what to adapt to. It's like an adaptation of a dream. Oh, that's what it is. It's almost like at times you're going to be walking in your dreams, but you will be awake. So be mindful of that with the blackberry. Be mindful. Be mindful. Okay, that's interesting. Spirit is just showing me your dreams staining you. Like, when you eat blackberries and all the juices get all over your fingers, or when you were little and you were picking blackberries and eating them off the vine. Yeah. And then we have adventure right here with the samphire. I think that's how you say it. So here you have adventure. Adventure is calling you. That's what you get. This is in the waking world. This is, your outer self. Okay? And this is what you get when you have two fools come together. When you have this hero's calling to you. And people seeing it, you have adventure calling to you. And it's powerful. Now your subconscious chakra message is flexibility, the sacral chakra. Again, like this is the perfect example of the hangman in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Yes, the arms are hanging forward and they're usually at the sides. But here you have greater wisdom. You're moving your creative energy towards your crown. So your flexibility of mind, body, and spirit moves that creative energy through you. And the sacral chakra is where we hold a lot of negativity from this life, from past lives, okay, from our DNA line. And it's like, no, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Now it is time to heal, sexually, personally, powerfully, and embrace what you desire. And now for your tarot subconscious messages, we start with the Six of Swords, moving forward, on an adventure, taking all your knowledge, all your understanding, and you are moving towards your dreams, your powers, your truth. It then leads you to your subconscious, your next subconscious tarot message, which is the Two of Acorns, the Two of Wands. This is insight and focus. You are focusing on your insightful self, on what is most important to you. You're looking at the horizon. You're looking at what's more, and you're finding that you do hold the world in your hands. You're just figuring out how to utilize that power. And as you do so, your subconscious, your next subconscious tarot message is the Six of Earth. And I like that you have two sixes in your subconscious. So this is very caring, very nurturing. Your subconscious is really going to be helping you out a lot. And this is moving towards success, prosperity, bounty, beauty, celebration. It's remembering to celebrate yourself. And you did have that in the main part of your reading, remembering to celebrate you. Your subconscious spirit animal message is a starfish spirit, open to infinite possibilities. Don't close the world off to you. Don't close the magnificent off to you. Don't sit there and say, oh, well, that's not reasonable, and oh, that's so silly, and oh, I can't do that, I can't do this. It's like, no, be open to the infinite possibilities of the world around you. And it leads you then to your subconscious botanical message, which is regenerate. You are regenerating yourself. This is the moral. You are regenerating your body, mind, and spirit. And you are growing in a beautiful and profound way. All right, Virgo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I love you all. And I'm sending healing energy to each and every one of you. Bye.